Howdy, everybody. Jason Salas here, and our friends at the Guam Power Authority, my friends, your friends, all of our friends, have a wonderful new tool that you can use in your home. Very, very easy to use. Accessibility is absolutely amazing, and you can find out how ready your home is, find out how to save money, find out how to use power more responsibly and more efficiently. The guys who know it better than anybody else are John Cruz and Harvey Camacho with the agency. Gentlemen, half a day.
Oh, half a day. Thank you for having us. It's great to be here.
John, it is. I always enjoy sitting down with you talking about, like power, because, you've not only been at the agency for, better than 3 decades. Is you really genuinely care, you and your colleagues, Harvey and everybody else, about actually making us Guamanians use power, as I said, like in a responsible fashion, because ultimately it's going to save us money. And you told me before, maybe about 6 months ago, the best way to delight customers is to provide them optimal service.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And the mantra for our group, right, so to speak, is that we care, we listen, and we help. And that's what we're doing, rolling out these tools. So we're here to talk about our newest tool, which is Energy X, right? My Energy Xpert. It's an online energy audit tool, very quick, very fast, very easy to use, and it's free.
I like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Best 4-letter word in the English language.
And it's taken a village, basically, throughout GPA and even out to the Guam Energy office, right, to help develop this tool. And I have right here on my left-hand side Mr. Harvey Camacho, and he's led this effort from cradle to grave, and I will defer to his greater knowledge of all the little details that made this such a nice project.
Well, Harvey, congratulations, first of all, on getting this project online.
Thank you.
And when we say online tool, is this specifically like a browser-based utility? Is it like a mobile app, or like combination of both and multi-platform?
Browser-based, so Google Chrome, and then of course it'll also work on your mobile devices. It'll size itself properly.
Very cool.
Yeah, but so My Energy Xpert, I work under John Cruz in the Strategic Planning, Operations, and Research Division, particularly for demand-side management and energy efficiency programs. So we do have quite a few tools out there that people are familiar with. This is My Energy Xpert. A lot of times people confuse it with My Energy, which kind of shows your historic consumption billing. This one is what we refer to as like a level 1 energy audit. You just answer a few questions. It takes 2 to 5 minutes of your time. And then it'll answer a question a lot of people always ask us. It says, well, how much does my AC cost me? How much does my washer and dryers cost me? And you get I think when people see an actual dollar amount or to a kilowatt hour amount, right, they can make a better determination of what's inefficient in my home, what should I change out?
So it's an assessment utility. It's not like one of those dashboards like the fancy kids say, where you can actually see like how much power you're using like in real time or anything like that, or what your billing is aggregated to that point.
We're working on that.
Very nice. Okay, we'll bring you back on for that one.
Yeah,
we are working on that.
But this assessment tool, as you said, it gives you a snapshot, if you will,
Yep.
about how you're doing and how you could get better.
Correct. And like, let's say it gives you kind of like a checklist of things you can do. And if you've replaced your inefficient ACs, right, how much is it? And it calculates for the year. It uses artificial intelligence to do all the algorithms of the weather data. So this is not just something that's pulled out of a guess. There's a lot of good information that gets fed into the system.
Because Guamanians always say, it's like, oh, but what about times when it gets super hot, or what about when those black butterflies fly all over the place? And
Correct.
Yeah.
I mean, these were built by certified energy auditors that built the tool.
Nice.
They take in all the already knowns. We know the weather, we know everything, and then you answer those questions to provide the unknowns. And the questions are very simple, very easy. It's like square footage of your home is probably the most difficult thing to answer. But you could go look at your real estate data. Is it how many square foot? 1,800, 1,500 square foot cooling area. And then when you provide all those answers, it gives you at the end, it does give you a bar chart, and it says, this is how much you can save on the appliances. And depending on your responses, some of those options may already be taken off, right? And it's a good conversation piece of, I've done the following, what's next, right? And think of it as a mini game, and it shows you, no matter what, your consumption can get this low, but because of all these other inefficiencies, you're right here. So it's a good estimate of where you're at on your consumption and your billing.
And John, what's been the feedback from ratepayers, or even in beta testing internally, about like how when you actually see something out, it's like, okay, here's where you are, here's how much you could be saving if you take these very simple steps? Because I would assume that it's a revelatory moment. It hits pretty hard.
No, I mean, internally to the team, they like it. It wouldn't pass It has to pass their muster before we even launch it.
Yep.
Okay.
As we say in the software business, we eat our own dog food.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have gotten public if you guys didn't use it.
Yep. And the general manager has said that he's willing to have invest in customers, I guess through a lottery or something, that they try the tool and then we will help them get energy efficiency in terms of actually maybe even buying the equipment for them.
Very nice.
And then benchmarking this tool against reality, right? I mean, this is a level 1 audit. This is not the level 1 audits cost maybe if you were doing it in person a few $100s. The level 2 audits, which are much more involved and much more accurate, right? We put out. We have energy auditors from Siemens, for instance. They're saying, well, that'll take $2,000 for us to do that. That's not what we're about here. It's less accurate. It's just in the ballpark. It's to get you started. And it's to get you started on the road to looking at what we have to offer in our other programs. We have energy efficiency rebates, right? And so we'll help you. We'll help buy down the price of energy efficiency for you. Use the tool, come and visit us, and we'll help you.
And again, it's a tool to be used. So this is literally like a digital version that's available 24/7 on any browser, any device, as you said, Harvey. This is the equivalent of a consultant or an expert coming out to your house, making a site assessment, putting everything together, probably going to take like 3 or 4 days to compile everything like that, and then sitting with you and explaining it. You knock this all out in like 5 minutes.
Correct. That's exactly what it does. And, we want to encourage everybody, as John said, if you were to pay an expert to go out there, that's hundreds of dollars. If you want to go to that level 2, that's thousands. But at least this is free to our customers for at least that level 1, $100-some audits. Like, take advantage of that. It's free. Only prerequisite is just to keep things simple. We ask that you just log in with your paid GPA credentials. And another thing, if you don't pay your bill online, right, maybe you could start looking at that way. Everything's going online. Get your paid GPA credentials up, save yourself a drive, and get that system online. But paid GPA credentials, you could log into this, and you're good to go.
And correct me if I'm wrong, you guys at the agency, you guys were one of the first GovGuam departments to actually have online billing, right? Because I remember using you guys like 15 years ago to pay my bills.
Our group did it.
Yeah. Fantastic, and as it should be and everything. So you guys like had this idea now that we're just talking about. You guys been envisioning this for like years and years. Okay, so that is, well, final question there. You mentioned this is the first of many tools and everything like that. So can you give our viewers like a little bit of a hint, John, on what's coming down the road?
So
now that the Olympics is over, everybody's going to pay full attention.
So we've been testing a device. It's a home area network, a smart hub. It will communicate directly with the meter. It will enable you to get real-time information from that meter, and using that, you can build a smart house.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. So we've been testing it, banging it around. Oh, it doesn't work here. Why? Little configurations here and there. And it's almost ready for prime time. I have a couple of engineers that are been scratching their head for a couple of weeks.
Man, you guys get all the nice toys over there at GPA. To our benefit, though, as Guam ratepayers and everything like that. You guys are tinkering. You guys are doing a lot of R&D.
They get the headache of running integrated.
There you go. but doing all the hard work so that we don't have to, and that we can just apply these in our homes and save money again.
Yep, that is ready for you, and it's ready for use, and has been properly tested.
Okay. So we have a bunch of about 100 of these, right? Once they're all configured and everything like that, we're going to be selling them at a big discount.
Okay, so final question is, where can people get this? It's available 24/7, as I said. You mentioned the fact that it's free. How can people access the tool?
The link's a little bit of a mouthful. I would just say go to GuamPowerAuthority.com. You can go to GuamPowerAuthority.com/EnergySense. Look for the banner for energy audit, online audit, and click on that, and it'll bring you to the link. And go from there.
Very nice. And if anybody has any questions, John, like if for some reason, like say if there's Manumco out there, or somebody just gets lost and like they run into some snag and everything like that, you guys have contact information and help all on the page.
Yes, and also there's a back-end portion of this tool, an administrative side that we could log into. We can actually take the audit for you over the phone. Like, we just ask you simple questions, and we could actually log in as the customer and help you fill that out just so you get an assessment.
Okay.
And don't feel bad about making mistakes. We intend that you could go back. You could always adjust it. Just toggle the easy answers. It's very
Okay.
simple to use.
It
So
also,
for people that want to go old school, you guys can help them out there
We
too.
can help them out. We can do it for them. Yeah.
it also, if you toggle one of the displays, it gives you your greenhouse gas footprint.
Very nice.
For those that are very
Okay.
conscious. Yeah.
Tell you what, we're going to wrap up this interview because I'm going to go back to my desk. I'm going to log in with my paid GPA credentials and I'm going to try out this tool because this is amazing work. So, gentlemen, thank you. Thank both of you. Thank your team and thank GPA for doing this for the community.
Yeah, and thank you for having us out here.
Absolutely. So we'll bring you back on when you guys have a new product to roll out, probably like knowing you guys within 3 days from now. All right. Thanks, guys.
All right, thank you very much.